Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. In this video, we're gonna talk about Jezzy's team firing back at Jeanniemai alleged claim that based on chapter 8 of their prenup, if either party has been caught cheating, whether it may be through DMs, sexting, texting, or any other means, it means that the Chapter 8 of the prenup would be null and void, and as such, Jeannie would be entitled to financial compensation. Now, since that report came out, Jezzy's team has fired back saying any claim of infidelity on Mr. Jenkins' behalf are 100% false, and we have no further statements at this time. End of that statement from Jezzy's team. Now, since the allegation came out wherein Jeanniemai saying Jezzy is cheated, only a handful of people on the internet are sharing the same sentiments as I am. And this is what Jeannie needs to realize. The internet, the stone throwers of the internet, they will lift you up today and then bury you tomorrow. And it is very serious that she observes that the very people who will stand with her today will bury her tomorrow. Because women want to feel sorry for Jeanniemai. Women believe that because this was Jezzy in the past, it is Jezzy today. And this is where I realized that a lot of these women, I'm sorry to say this, but I have to say it, you all lack either proper parenting or you lack the fellowship of having true wise men in your lives. And I have to keep it real, because if you have been around any true wise man, no man is the same person who they were at 36, at 46. I haven't seen one. No matter how evil and brutal they were at 36, the moment they hit that 45 or 40, it's as though something in them has changed. And you know who has this change that we can see publicly? Diddy. Because if you look at the Diddy that we have observed a couple years ago versus the Diddy that we've seen in the past year, two different people we're seeing. It's as though the moment he has hit a certain age, he realized that the lifestyle he was living before cannot be the same every day. And he started making changes. And that's where he decided that, you know what? Everyone that was previously signed to my record label who have done dirty, I'm going to make it right by those people. Do you think if Cassie had brought this lawsuit against Diddy 4 or 5 years ago, she would have gotten anything? Heck no, she wouldn't have gotten a dime or a penny, right? Because he would have fought that shit to the end. And people need to realize wisdom. Allow wisdom to take precedence over all things. Not because Jezzy was this cheating, conniving, deadbeat guy a decade ago, it doesn't mean that this is Jezzy, this current decade. Jezzy, and I've said this to you all, Jezzy is in his grown man era. There's a certain level of bullshit that he would normally put up with 10 years ago. He would normally do himself, but he's not doing that shit today. And you can tell. But people want to believe that, he cheated and he got caught and he beat her to the... That man fell for that freaking divorce months ago, which means that he was having dialogue with the woman. And what he did, he made it clear from the get-go that it had absolutely nothing to do with cheating on either path, right? And listen, If you hear the stories that Jeannie herself was telling about Jezzy, y'all would know that that man was 110% committed to this woman. And what she's now doing is because she is butthurt and she's embarrassed. And we need to stop supporting bitter women, even though we are women ourselves, because when we support bitter women like Jeannie and create monsters of men, we, the woman, will reap that reward. And then we'll say black men ain't shit. When we created these monsters, and these monsters are going to pass down that monstrous DNA to their child is going to, our kids, our daughters are going to have that to deal with. Things can be fixed, people, if we just decide to be honest and be just in our doing. Treat men as human beings. Give them the respect they deserve. If your mama was a hoe 20 years ago, I'm sure, well, some of y'all acting like your mama is still a hoe today. I kid you not. Some of y'all still acting like your mama ain't gotten off that pole. Your mama went on that pole to send you to school, to college, and the moment that your mama got older, she got off the pole. Why wouldn't Jezzy change his lifestyle? Why wouldn't he grow up, mature up, man up in his grown man era and realize that real men don't cheat? I don't know what the heck is going on with us women? It's as though we're so brainwashed, we're so bitter, we're so angry. And I can tell you that based on most women response, you all do not take time to heal whenever you have experienced a bad relationship. You go from relationship to relationship to relationship looking for healing when the healing is something that you need to work on yourself. And then when you heal yourself, you are ready. You have the right tools and resources to not pass on that trauma onto your next relationship. And then you can navigate through your next relationship clearly. If we don't understand that we're also a part of the problem, we're going to be trapped in this sort of a cycle. Stop pointing fingers. Stop blaming men for everything. Let's learn to take accountability as women. Let's learn to take accountability collectively as women. Stop encouraging behaviors such as Jeanniemai. Get that money, girl. Take him for all he has. Like, how the shit that's going to help Jeannie? It's going to help to breed a monster for her next marriage. She's going to move on to be nasty and dirty to the next husband. Another man is going to file for divorce from her. And then y'all going to say, you're the problem. And you're going to want to throw stones at her at that point when you could be assisting her, encouraging her to heal in this moment. I'm not saying tear her down, empathize with her. She's a human being. She has feelings. You can tell that she's hurting. But at the same time, we can say, Jeannie, we know you're hurting, but this is not the way you go about it. What happened over there between him, his previous kids, his previous baby mama, ain't got nothing to do with you. Your experience with him is unique to you. If he didn't take on his previous experience with his previous baby mama into the relationship with you, you shouldn't be doing that to him. She's doing too much. And women need to stand up and say, Jeannie, I'm a woman. I understand your pain, but you're doing too much. This thing about, let's take him for that money. What kind of money is that? Is that money going to feel good? Some of y'all bitches ain't got no soul. You talk about these men, but some of y'all bitches are worse than these men, far more evil than these men. And this is why the law is slowly changing, because the legal system is realizing that a lot of women love to play innocent Abby when we are not innocent. We're not innocent in a lot of these things. And we need to start doing better. We need to start applying wisdom. We need to start applying love, because we can't afford to keep breeding these wounded men. There are horrible men out there, don't get me wrong. There are horrible, atrocious men out there who do these things. But when you see a guy who has worked on himself to bring out the best version of himself, why are you pushing him back into the monster of himself that he has worked so hard to escape? Like, that is just so unfair. Just think about yourself. Would you like someone to do that to you? Heck no. So why is it that women are doing this to Jezzy? And how do you think it's going to help Jeanniemai? How is it going to help her to be a better mother, a better woman, a better wife going forward? You can actually tell that she is lying. She is lying. And we don't necessarily have to say, you know what? You're a lying asshole. You can say, hey, Jeannie, we understand. You're hurt, you're broken, but you don't need to do this. There's another way. Let us help you to heal and move on so that you can be truly ready for the next chapter of your life, because your life doesn't end here. It's not over. And this is why there's so much division against us, and there's so much misguided information so as to not make us ready, not make us prepared to truly be there for each other and truly help each other the right way. Promoting toxicity is never ever the resolution. Believe me when I say it fixes nothing, it resolves nothing. It only, if anything, make things worse. And we need to break these cycles, break them in other people, and challenge ourselves to be better individual, better men and women of tomorrow, so we can have a better society. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you all later. Bye guys.